Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Chicken Police Paint It Red. I'm your host, MagicManMo. Hey, doing like a real, actual, Let's Play for the first time in forever. We're playing Chicken Police Paint It Red today. I've started the game, I've lost the footage for it, so I've seen a little bit of the game already, but I still want to put about half an hour into playing it today because I really want to show it to you guys. It came out, I think, late last year, and I saw it come out, and I'm like, I love chickens, and I love the idea of playing a chicken detective noir game. It sounds hilarious, and I want to be a part of it. But I put it on my wish list, thought I would get it on sale. It came on sale, forgot to buy it. I was like, oh no, when am I gonna get this game? Came on Humble Bundle, and I think last month or something like that. It's not there anymore. But anyway, well, it's not on Humble Bundle Choice. If you wanna buy it on Humble Bundle, I have a link in the description down below that you can use and support the channel. Anyway, I wanna play this game. We're gonna put about half an hour into it. And if you guys enjoy this game, remember to hit the like button because I would like to play more of this game, but only if you guys are into it. So let me know by hitting that. That's the best way to tell me. Again, I have a save file here. We're just going to overwrite it so that we can get into the game. I want you guys to see this thing. Dead men are heavier than broken hearts, I guess.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police.
That's the title!
But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
We'll see if we make it that far. I have my doubts, honestly.
What could possibly go wrong?
3112-945, Clawville City, Rourke District, former Atlas Hotel. Well, hello there, mystery lady, who are you? He says as if I haven't played this part of the game already, but shut up, don't worry about it.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
There we go. And since the truth is but a light switch away, I will go ahead and just flip that on. Last time I played this, I did the entire thing with the lights off, just because it felt moody. But we've got lots of stuff. I forget, I've got an eyeball button over here so we can see what stuff to click on so we don't miss it, which I think is neat. We've got a notebook up here that gives us information about, it doesn't tell me. I got information about people, places, the codex is just like random bits of information. We've got some stats here. I'm not gonna refer to this very much in this playthrough today because I've already seen quite a bit of it and I wanna keep this, the pace along, but it keeps notes on everybody. They're usually little snippets and little background information, that kind of thing. But that does exist. I have a map that will unlock later and an inventory that will unlock later.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
I will go ahead and just...
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
I don't see colors, only darkness! I'll go through and click kind of everything so you guys get a good vibe for the VO and the environment and the world and the story. I do have some stuff in the drawer that we do have to pick up. I got my gun.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
I feel comfortable with that in my pocket.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
Yeah, we'll have to find one. I don't think I ever found one last time I played this.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
We literally have a cornflake badge. That's what we're wandering around with, is a fake cornflake badge. It's not gonna fool anybody, are you kidding me?
I don't even know what these papers are.
What even are these papers? Why do I have them here? Who put them there?
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. At least in this price range. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Yeah, how's that coming along? Got some pictures over here. Celebrity cops from the dump. Chicken police on track.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
A painful memory.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Molly. This is Molly, I presume. The Good Times got a picture of what looks to me to be Molly and then a whole fleet of people.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Your best shoes get worn the most and go out first. That's what I take from that. Like your worst shoes, the ones you don't care for, you don't wear them so much, so they last forever. We got MB Davis down here.
MB Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
It's a wild night. And we've got the Wild Gentleman, this picture over here in the shadows.
The Wild Gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
All right, what else have we got? We got the bedroom door.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
And we got the wilderness. We got on this globe over
I
here.
wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
I always like to, in games like this, like point and click type stuff, I like to go through everything we possibly can. Like she's obviously our mystery person that we need to talk to right away, but I like to go through everything else and get background info first.
The key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
And I want to know if we're gonna get a key at some point to open that cabinet. It's gonna have like something important on it. I'm not sure. So we did unlock the inventory. Now that we have items, we've got this like bag that we open up, keep our stuff in. I don't need that. I don't need any of those things right now. I don't think. Let's. We got a couple of options when we click on people. We've got speak, look, and we've got ask and question. These things sound very similar to me, but one is more like I forget which is which. I think ask is actually more kind of like. No, I think question is kind of like interrogation type stuff, whereas asking is like just kind of asking about the world, environment, a lot more casual. I'm gonna try to look at people first and get like the info on them before we talk to them.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
On New Year's Eve even! Happy New Year.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Deborah Ibanez. Not a Charlotte or, what was his guess? Charlotte or Elizabeth? No, Deborah.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
You're mistaken. That's not your real name. I'm just kidding.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
I'm not even entirely sure how much that's true because he's got a fake cornflake badge.
Am I that easy to read?
So easy to read. Like a book, like an open book, dame.
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I'm still freaked out by, like, she's a gazelle or whatever the frick she is, but then her arm just morphs into a straight up human arm, just like straight up.
I don't usually drink.
Usually, but tonight could be an exception.
Well, I've gotta have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
I don't know if we have bourbon. We have whiskey. I don't know if it's bourbon or not.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Apparently it is. Shut my mouth.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
She's like, what a coincidence. And then we pour her straight vodka. I was lying. I don't have any whiskey. From the beginning. Hit me up. What's going on? Tell me your story. What's your story? Clink. And then it brings me back here for some reason. We'll just keep talking. I don't know if he says something different when I look at her this time.
Legs that go on for days.
Oh, he does, actually.
Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
He's been drinking and now he's all like, you're really pretty.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
I was going through this dialogue before in the video that I was trying to shoot before it got botched up, and they don't really explain very well what the big issue is or what the big mystery is. So if you let me know if you don't understand what's going on here. I didn't at first either. She works for someone who's being threatened, and I guess I'm gonna have to find out who.
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I want to know what they wrote. Like, what were they writing? What were these threats?
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
ASL?
Please, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Alright, so now we can question. That's like the interrogation kind of thing. And this is like how the interrogation thing, focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. So we're gonna have like our suspect over here, the thing that we need to focus on, impressions that we have about the person, and our detective meter, we want as far plus. I'm kind of in the way. We want as far plus as possible because then she's kind of like opening up to us. If we get too far in the negative, she's not gonna open up. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. I kind of explained all this already. So many options. I like the little animations they have here though. Blah blah blah. I like that 100. Yeah, I like the little animations they do.
Must be cautious and
this is uncomfortable.
This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
This is such an uncomfortable look when he looks straight at you. It's like, whoa, man. All right, so this is where my questions are gonna be. Right now, we've only got the one thing to go with, and over here, we've got the same thing, what he just said about like starting cautious, getting in hard. We're at 50-50 right now with the meter. We're not starting off with any pluses or minuses. Deborah Ibanez, who exactly are you, ma'am?
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
That's not what I asked.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter. right?
I don't even know if it's delicate, to be honest, but like I don't know why we're beating around the bush. It's like someone's threatening your mistress. You didn't tell me what they're threatening. I don't know why this is a secret. Granted, she hasn't told us who her mistress is yet. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
Yeah, who's this employer?
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Now that sounds poetic, but we don't even know that it's deep water yet. It sounds fishy and it sounds threatening, but we don't know how deep this water goes. Is it a small creek? Or is it a stream, a river, a pond, an ocean?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
I don't feel unpleasant at all. I want to know why you feel unpleasant. What's up? So we got a couple more things, and we have to be careful about which one we kind of choose, because some of these might actually hurt us or help us. Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills, Flowerville maybe? Or you're not very confident, are you sure you're all right? We've got a couple impressions about her. We get the impression that she's shy and doubtful. If I remember correctly, I think when I was trying to play through this earlier, I went with this one, that you're not very confident, are you all right? And I don't think that helped us any at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and try for this one. It seems a little bit like I'm going in too far, like trying to push her to give too many details about herself, but I don't know, we'll see if it works or not. Tell me, which part of the city you live in?
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Yeah, the other one I don't think helped me either, so honestly, I think they were both negative. Maybe just as a tutorial, show me kind of how it works.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Because both of them are kind of like personal, right? They were both personal questions, and she's shy. So I remember I was thinking about this the last time I was trying to play this. I'm like, she's not gonna want to answer either of these. But oddly enough, actually, weirdly, I got a +10 on that. So I guess I still have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, why did you have to visit me on this particular evening? Stop playing the Frightened Prey, sunshine, and start singing. So again, we want to start cautious, then go in hard. So we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna play a little bit more cool. Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening?
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
Yeah, why not sooner, I guess?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
Oh, is that what you are? Are you a fawn? Well, not a fawn, but like a fawn would be like a young deer, right? So are you a doe? Are you a deer? I don't know animals. I'm stupid.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
It is New Year's Eve. It's important to a lot of people, I guess?
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Sure, I mean, your employer sent someone on her behalf, and you picked a lock to get into my office. You send a message one way or the other, whether it's the message that you've come to deliver or something more. We got a few things. New impression, frightened. Apparently we've gotten the impression that she's afraid of something, and we got our detective meter up. I feel pretty good about this. Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself? Do you even know what you want? Which again sounds personal. Were you born and raised in Clawville? Again, that's getting like into her, which I think she's going to try to like not talk about. So let's just start with this one. Why her visiting me? Why not her employer? Who is your employer?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Now we know what we're dealing with here. Miss Natasha Katsenko. I mean, we don't know who that is really yet, but she only leaves her house if she has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
I don't know who she is. Enlighten me.
So she's that kind of woman.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't think I do either, to be honest.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere.
All right.
We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
I don't know what she could possibly be hiding. She came here to deliver a message and hasn't... For real, I mean, she's kind of done that, but she hasn't, like, hired me yet. if that makes sense. We did get some pluses on that. We're doing really well. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? What do you want from me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? How did you get this address? We'll start with that one. Let's go in. Like, why me, basically?
How did you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
Okay, start naming them.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
I mean, we used to be a legendary cop.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police. Am I right?
That's what I'm saying.
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
I don't think I know anything about that.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
Oh, we got a -10 on that. Why? See, Why? Why was that a bad question to ask? I'm not sure. We've still got more questions. Do we want to go with... she's hiding something. This one feels naive. I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? That seems naive. She's just gonna be like, oh, but whatever do you mean by that? I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? What did you expect to come meet me, or just come straight out with it? What do you want from me? See, this one feels too, like, dumb. Like, what do you want from me? It's like, probably to do a job of some kind. I'm gonna go with the expect one. These seem similar to me, but I'm trying to figure out, like, the nuance of, like, what's meant behind those words.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help. Just like my mistress said.
That's kind of what I was figuring she would say.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Apparently, we live in a hotel, and it's owned by some dude, and only me and that dude live in this hotel, and no one stays here. Wild.
Someone reliable.
You think I'm reliable? I'm a loose cannon, honey.
Well, I am reliable.
Oh, okay, no, I'm reliable, apparently.
And discreet.
I'm not discreet. I yap all day. I tell anybody anything, honey.
That's right.
Okay, apparently we're also discreet.
And thorough.
Why is it the way you said that sounded like you were coming on to me?
No question about that.
Very thorough.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, so you've lost me.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
She's just trying to butter us up now. We got a +5 though, a +5 to our ego. Oh, we've got new ones. This is just too risky for me. I can't take the case. Well, that's just boring. Are you in some sort of jam? You know, like grape, strawberry? Let's pretend you never found me here, okay? Ah, nah, that's terrible. Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? I'm leaning towards number 2 or number 3. I don't know if number 3 would like sort of play on her doubtfulness. You know, like if we're gonna try to take advantage of her being doubtful to make her think, oh, I don't know. But I also don't know if her being all doubtful and stuff is also just some kind of ruse. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with, are you in some sort of jam?
Are you in some sort of jam?
Because I think she wants to play the damsel in distress. I think she wants us to like kind of come to her rescue because she's trying to stoke our ego and she wants us to feel powerful and she wants her to look vulnerable so that we'll take the case. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we have no other choice but to help this pretty, helpless young thing. I think she's playing that. You know what I mean? I think she's got more going on in that noggin than she's letting on.
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Well, if you're not in a jam, then what is it you want me to do? What is the case?
Then you're wasting my time.
That's what I'm saying.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
What do I need to manage?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. You're saying I'm gonna have no choice but to accept this job. But what is it exactly? I don't know why we're still beating around the bush here. Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? You know what? Let's try to go in on her a little bit. Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
I don't know why we'd ask that, but sure.
Honestly, very often, Mr. Featherland.
Oh yeah, is that true?
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
I mean, I get that the unpleasantry comes from the fact that you broke into my office and I don't know who you are or what you've taken from here, but sure.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Okay.
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville. Not many happy endings around here.
Only darkness.
I knew you were a romantic at heart.
Yeah, that's fair.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes, maybe. A little.
I'm in a committed relationship with booze. Oh, we got a -10 on that. I think because we're not staying focused on the task at hand, but honestly, I don't know what the task at hand is. If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this? Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? I don't know that she's told us anything worth not believing. We'll go with it anyway.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Oh yeah?
Would that be enough?
Yeah, is it?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Alright, she trusts me, but I don't know anything about her or you.
Damn, what can I say to that?
I can say poppycock.
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
It's where I actually feel the most comfortable, is backed into a corner, feral like a cat.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Because she's a hardened criminal and we just don't know it yet.
Smart answer.
Be honest, tell me what you're so afraid of. What's going on?
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Hobart Wessler.
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
I like how people know him as Ibn Wessler when his name is Hobart Wessler. The only thing people change is his first name for some reason. What does that mean? The Kingpin.
exactly.
That rat.
Feathery god.
Or maybe he's a possum. I'm not sure what he is.
So you get it now.
I think he's supposed to be a rat.
Secrecy.
Ah, yes, of course. You're being all secretive because it deals with the criminal underworld.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Apparently. How do we do? We asked 10 questions. Our focus was apparently only 60%. I thought for the most part we did really well. We only got a couple minuses and most of it was pluses. I thought we did really well. We were a decent cop. Deborah Ibanez, final thoughts? That's how you do it, partner. Not quite like the old times, but you've still got it. The old roosters still remember some tricks, eh? Important clue, the employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Alright, we can retry that if we wanted to, but I don't feel any compulsion to do so, so we'll just continue.
Legs that go on.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd say something different after we talked to her.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Oops. What'd she give me? She gave me a thing? She gave me this. The Czar Club. And there's a note on the back. I know Molly very well. You remember Molly? She was in that picture we saw on the wall, our old squeeze. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as a gentleman. N. N can only, of course, be Natasha Katsenko, the mistress that sent Deborah to speak with us. So this is kind of like a veiled threat, a veiled blackmail that, hey, if you don't accept this assignment, I know where Molly is and, you know, things could happen to her. Yeah, you know, that kind of
I
thing.
know Molly very
Oh, I
well.
forgot that they do this.
Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman.
N. But yeah, the Czar Club. I don't know what the rest of that says. Most colorful club of the most colorful city. My city is on fire. Brand new hit from the Queen of the Night. Indeed.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames, like an eternally dark hole in the wall, a missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby, the waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Apparently, we've got a thing for long legs.
Mr. Featherland?
Look at her, he's like, whoa, I've seen ghosts!
Santino, are you all right?
Apparently our name is Santino, we go by Sunny.
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Sure, sure.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
That's what I'm saying.
Blackmail?
Indeed. Don't pretend you don't know, Deborah. I'm on to you and your hidden secrets and your long legs.
Don't play innocent with me.
Yeah.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit? Me?
Yeah, you, the one that wouldn't tell me where you live. No, your mistress, the one that sent you, you dummy.
Not you, Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind?
Right.
That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
Right, that's what she said. She never goes out, but now you're telling me she's at the club.
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
But still, though, you told me she doesn't go out.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
Must be.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Pulls a gun and shoots me.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
Because he's a crime lord boss guy, and I'm a detective. We're not gonna get along.
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
You can call me Mr. Sunny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
There we go. And our friend of ours is the hotel owner, this guy. He goes by, like, where's his file? Lewis, right? Lewis Hayworth. He's a rabbit or whatever. He literally owns the place, and he loves us, right? He'd do anything for us. He just thinks it's cool that a detective's living in his hotel. It's hilarious. But we've got a phone here. Lewis's number is 555-932. I actually wrote it down. And you can call 555-111, which is the number for the police. But if I do that now, nothing happens. I've got nothing to say to them. So we'll just call. We'll call Lewis. We'll get him on the line. 555. What was it? 932 932. There it goes. It's very quiet, so listen carefully.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you speak a little louder there, Lewis?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Just a what? It is. I don't know why, but on the phone he's just so quiet.
Lewis
There he
arrived
is.
A few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Right? Isn't that weird?
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, he's not up to anything.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
I've got some things and some stuff.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Anything.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
You got it, sweet cheeks.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah.
So long and farewell. Never to be seen again.
Club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't gonna be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's gonna be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
And that's all the time I have for today. We can go to the map now and go meet Marty. We will do that next time because once I hit that, it's gonna break into a cutscene of us driving over there. He's gonna be talking, whatever. But that's all the time I have for today. So like I said, I'm very interested in playing more of this game. I hope you guys are interested in it as well. If you are, please hit that like button. I'm gonna use that to gauge interest in this series. I'll probably play it anyway, but if we get a lot of engagement, I'll play it, like I'll release videos more frequently and we'll play more of this. And if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna take my time with it and, you know, second episode will come out God knows when. So if you're interested, hit that like button. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do all of the things. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and wash your hands. I'm out of here. Bye.